Okay, let's unpack this.
Delia.
Today we're taking a deep dive into, well, the fundamentals of buying and selling. Specifically, the world of profit, loss, and discount.
Yeah, the core stuff.
And we're using that stack of material you pulled together as our guide here. It really seems to lay out the basic math behind transactions.
It does. Whether you're thinking small scale, like, I don't know, a lemonade stand or
stocking a whole store.
Exactly.
Right. So our mission basically is to take these key definitions, these formulas from your sources and just make them, well, clear.
Make them usable knowledge.
Yeah, and really point out the key differences, how they connect. It's like tracing the journey of an item,
From purchase to sale.
Right, understanding the numbers each step of the way.
And what's really fascinating looking through this material is how these concepts, which seem kind of simple on the surface, they're the absolute bedrock of all commerce. It all starts, as the sources show, with the cost price. The CP...
Okay, CP, that's what the buyer originally pays for something.
Precisely. Your initial outlay, your investment.
Your starting point. And then there's the selling price, SP.
Right. The price it actually gets sold for eventually.
Okay.
And it's the relationship between that initial CP and the final SP that tells you if you've, made money or not.
Makes sense.
If the SP is higher than your CP, you've got a profit. The sources just put it as SP minus CP simple.
And if it's lower?
That's a loss.
Yeah.
Then it's CP minus SP to find out how much.
Okay. Seems straightforward enough. Sell higher, you win. Sell lower, you lose.
Pretty much.
But here's where the sources get really specific. It seems important. When you calculate profit percent or loss percent, that calculation, it's always based on the cost price, the CP.
Always. This is absolutely key. And you might ask, why the CP?
Yeah, why?
Well, because that percentage, your gain or loss percent, it tells you how well your initial investment actually performed.
Ah, okay. It's about the return on your cost.
Exactly. The formulas spell it out clearly in the material. Profit percent is profit CP by 100. Loss percent is loss CP by 100.
So it's consistent.
Very consistent. And it works the other way, too, like those quick methods shown. If you know you made a 20% gain on CP, your SP is just 120% of that CP.
Right. Okay, so profit and loss percentages, they look back at the cost. But what about, the price tag everyone else sees, the one on the shelf?
Now you're getting into discount territory.
Right. That's a bit different, isn't it, according to these sources?
Totally different angle. This brings in the marked price, or MP.
Marked price, MT.
Sometimes called list price or advertised price, like your sources mentioned. It's the price set before anyone talks about a sale or reduction.
Okay, so the number you see before the big red sales sticker gets slapped on.
Precisely that number. And a discount is just a reduction off that marked price.
So the selling price in that case is the marked price minus whatever the discount is.
Yeah.
SP, MT discount.
You got it.
And just like profit and loss had their base, the CP discount must have its own base for the percentage calculation.
It does. And this is the other really critical distinction these sources hammer home.
Okay.
Discount percentage is always calculated on the marked price, on the MP.
Ah, okay. So discount percent is discount MP by 100.
Yes. Fundamentally different from profit and loss using CP. One looks at your initial cost, CP. The other looks at the price shown to the public, the MP.
Two different starting points for the percentages.
Exactly.
And looking at some of the examples here, this split, CP for profit loss, MP for discount, it kind of opens up a really interesting point about pricing strategy.
Oh, absolutely. The sources show how businesses can mark an item up significantly from its actual cost price to get to that marked price.
Right, before any discount is even mentioned.
Precisely.
Right.
So they establish this higher MP. Then they can offer what looks like a really good discount off that price, say 30% off the MP.
Which sounds great to the customer.
But because they marked it up so much initially from the CP, that final selling price, even after the discount, is still comfortably above their original cost.
Ensuring they still make a solid profit.
Guaranteed profit, exactly.
So that sale price isn't just about moving stock fast. It might look like a big cut from the sticker price, the MP, but the business already set that MP high enough so they're still winning based on their original CP.
It's a calculated move. It drives sales using the appeal of a discount, but it protects the profit margin relative to the actual cost. The examples showing SP calculated both ways really nailed this down.
Yeah, seeing it from both the CP angle with profit percent and the MP angle with discount percent.
Connecting those dots is, well, vital. Profit, return on your cost, discount, a tool applied to the advertised price.
Both lead to an SP, but the percentages come from different places.
That's the core of it.
So wrapping this up, what does it all really boil down to?
Well, I think understanding profit, loss, and discount based on these sources. It's fundamentally about knowing which price is your reference point for percentages. Is it your cost price, or is it the item's marked price?
CP for profit loss, MP for discount. Got it.
This deep dive really lays out those building blocks, shows how they connect.
And it makes you think, doesn't it? Especially about that markup before the discount that some examples showed. It kind of raises a question. If even a sale price is often carefully set to guarantee a profit over the original cost,
Right.
what does that suggest about the sort of initial non-discounted marked price you first see? How much margin is already built in there?
It definitely makes you look at price tags a little differently next time you're shopping. Something to chew on.